Heyo, so there is no intro for my shop for this video because I felt like it was inappropriate to do a self-promo right before doing a sentimental type of piece, but I don't feel that much shame in the voiceover, so link to my Etsy and Instagram are down below. So today is currently, the day you're watching this is the 22nd, which means that in 2 days it's Christmas Eve, and it's the 7-year anniversary since I got together with my partner. And it's also the 8-year anniversary of these characters getting together. Every year I try to do some kind of couple artwork for the anniversary symbol for my partner and I, and it usually ends up being Cole and Casper since they got together a year before we did. So picture this, it's back in 2014. I am a high school junior and my partner has been my best friend for 2 years now. And we're talking about, hey, let's have an OC couple, which would be one of the first. I think it was maybe like, I want to say within like the first 10, because we definitely have a lot more than that. But they were like, I will design it. So I designed Casper first, kind of as like, hi, Merry Christmas, it's 24th, here you go. And his design has not changed much at all. He still looks like a trash rat. And then a couple days later, I want to say it was like a week later, I ended up designing Cole because, you know, I was a junior. I had over the Christmas break homework. But I still remember how I designed them. Casper was based off of Hollywood Undead, the band. I'm not a fan of them, really. My partner is, though. So he's based off of Hollywood Undead. And I remember so specifically that his pants color, the light color, was navy blue, which only comes in the 100 Crayola pack. And I was nervous about drawing him as often because I was like, I only have one navy blue pencil. And then I got another pack and it worked out fine. I remember that. And then a couple days later I drew Cole, and I remember I based his hair off of one of the main characters from Blue Exorcist. I don't even watch anime. It was just my friend watches Blue Exorcist. I was like, oh, this is a cool hairstyle. And then I simplified it over the years because it got too complicated. And then I added the stripes, and I accidentally made them yellow instead of blonde. So I was like, you know what? He's a bumblebee now. He looks like a bumblebee. I'm calling him Bumblebee. He's not actually a bumblebee, but I've just kept his hair like that because it's just like a sentimental value at this point. So yeah, they were put together. They're freaking cute. I've loved them ever since. And then a year later, it was Christmas Eve and we were talking and they were acting weird. So I was like, hey, like, you're acting kind of weird. What's up? And they were saying that they like this girl in their class and her name is Nicole and they didn't know what to do. So I was giving advice as what I would do if I liked a person. Because that school year I was a senior and they were a junior. They were telling me about this person that they kind of liked, and I got really jealous, and I didn't realize until months later, oh shit, I have a crush. Because I really never got crushes. For the longest time I thought I was like aromantic because I never got crushes, but yeah, no, turns out I just didn't like anybody else. But anyway, so I was explaining what I would do, and I remember how because they were like, oh, you're so helpful, like, you're such a good friend. And I was like, listen, I would literally do anything for my best friend. Like, you can tell me anything you want. You can even say, hey, I'm madly in love with you for the past 6 years, even though we've only known each other for 4. And I'd be like, hey, that's cool. And then it was like 5 minutes of silence. And then it was, really? And I said, yeah, are you okay? And they were like, there's no Nicole. You're my Nicole. And I was like, oh, well. And we've been going out ever since. And this is like fucking DeviantArt chat messages, so that's how old it's been. 7 years? Because ever since then, DeviantArt's gone to shit. Which is why I switched to Instagram, link down below, and YouTube. But for the artwork itself, I don't know, I've been feeling kind of mushy. Since I saw them over the fall, we went to the My Chemical Romance concert together. Feeling just kind of mushy, just wanted to draw Cole and Casper being kind of mushy. First of all, the pose, it's so simple. I don't know why I struggled so hard. I couldn't get Casper's hand right. I couldn't figure out the head placement. Cole's arm was pissing me off, but I got it. And then I actually ended up making Casper's arm like a little too long, so I had to, before I even inked it, I went back onto my actual paper, sketched out a smaller hand, and then just traced over that, which is fine. It worked out. And then the coloring, I don't know why it took so much effort into coloring. Casper's arm came out splotchy as fuck, and I was like, shit, I think I made the shadows too strong because it looks really, really dark. So I said, okay, maybe because the arm's pushed more inward, so there'd be more shadow anyway. That's fine. And then I colored his face, and his face was still a little dark, but I'm like, it's maybe once the background looks darker, it will look lighter, which it does a little bit. And then going on to Cole, I picked out the colors beforehand, and when I swatched them and splended them, they look fine. And I swatched them on the same paper. I used my Hammermill paper for swatching and for drawing on. But for some reason, it looked a lot darker. And I was like, oh no, Cole got darker. He's supposed to be like 3 shades lighter than this. Maybe the background will lighten it up. Like, because, you know, dark. And it looks fine if you don't know the character. I personally see it, and it annoys me because he's like with the background, he looks 2 shades darker than he's supposed to. And nothing was going right for this. Like, I could not get anything to go right. Like, Casper's hair color, I had it all picked out, it looked fine. And then when I put it on his face, it looked weird. Cole's shirt came out weird. Literally the only thing that worked was the background, which is a shock. But I still really like the way this came out. And I'm glad I finished this when I did because my editing program was giving me some problems. The last video I edited, it crashed. And when I booted it back up, it was like, oh, go here for an update. I was like, okay, I paid for this software 2 years ago. So I updated it and it was like, welcome. And I was like, okay, used it. It was literally the exact same program. So I was like, this is fine. And then just like a week ago or a week after, I got a pop-up that was like, your free trial is about to end. So I'm like, the fuck you mean free trial? I paid $30 for this program. So I had to email them. Yeah, no, turns out whenever you upgrade after 6 months of purchasing the original licensing, you have to buy all new licensing. So they gave me the download link for the version that my registration code is compatible with. So I have my version back, but I just can't update it anymore. Which, as long as I don't update my computer past a certain time or whatever, it should be fine. If not, they'll help me getting a better discount. Because I just don't have the money to pay for it right now. But that's fine. My editing program is fine. I think that's all I needed to rant about. I love my partner. It's been 7 years and 2 days. But I'm uploading this now. It's fine. I like Holy Casper. So thank you guys so much for watching. Links, like I said, links to Instagram and Etsy are down below. And I'll see you next week. Have a Merry Christmas or Happy Holidays, whatever you guys celebrate. Bye!